This thing's gonna wobble out. Yep, it's just gonna wobble out. Walaikum salam. And this thing is just, come on, man. Okay. Excuse me. Let's try it. I think it's just gonna wobble out. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Rahim. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna have to stop on my half-hour break and get me a new mountain because this one is just booty now. It's booty. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Layla G in Missouri, where I did my boot camp, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, back when I was a Kaffir. Let's go. Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. We will be traveling at an altitude of 6 feet, heading to Rancho Cucamonga, California today. Estimated arrival time around 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you look to your left, your right, and forward and back, you'll notice that we're absolutely in the middle of nowhere. Yes, and we'll be in the middle of nowhere for hours. Hope you enjoy it, and thank you for flying Muslim Truck Lines. Yeah, yeah, that's our man, bro. What is up with the no? See, look here, man. This thing is just pissing me off, man. It's focusing on the bugs on my windshield, but not the road. Golly. Ahmed, since I've been in Oklahoma, I say golly a little bit more than I should. Well, there's another person in Missouri here. Wow. Okay. Walaikum salam. Adam Kazmi. I'm about to roll into your state in about a half an hour. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go in there. I really apologize, guys, about the road. I don't know why my camera finds the bugs on my windshield more interesting than this beautiful scenery of absolutely nothing. I don't know why. It's pissing me off. Layla, who are you talking about? I am in New Mexico, about to cross into Arizona. Maybe you're talking to someone else. I was in Missouri about 5 months ago. I delivered a load to Amazon in Liberty, I think that's the name of the city. Liberty, Missouri. Okay, okay. No, yeah, this for God's sake. Okay, no, it's not gonna work. This mount just sucks. Spent $40 for this thing, man. Okay, forget it. The whole thing just fell off. I'll catch up with you guys another time because I can't possibly hold up the camera like this. The laws might come after me. The laws. You know what I mean? Oh, there was a troll in here. What was it? Toby? Toby Smith? Dude was like, he came in, didn't say good morning, hello, how are you doing? Hey, chat. Just came in and said, do you condemn Saudi Arabia? Do you condemn homophobia? Do you condemn. Like, dude, I think somebody needs to stretch out and do some yoga because you need to relax, buddy. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ahmed, they don't. They really, really don't. I've tried so many. Well, that's not true. You know why that's not true? I bought the same one, this one right here. That's half of it, and the other half's now over here on my seat. Right? I put that in my Mazda, and it did the same thing. You know what I mean? Oh, buddy, you if you didn't have your coffee, what the hell are you doing on my live, man? You better go and get you a cup of coffee right now. Yeah. I've tried the air conditioned vent magnet thingy mabobs. Same thing. Same thing. Okay, I'm going 74 miles an hour. That's not good enough. Let's set the cruise control. Here we go. Now we're cruising. Buddy, I'm a professional. I do not get distracted. No, sir. Now, if I had an automatic with a gear shift, 13 speed or something like that, then I would agree with you. I need to concentrate on shifting, but I'm driving an automatic. You know what I mean? So she said, duck it or truck it. There you go. Ram mounts, huh? Okay, buddy, can you get in your lane? There you go. UPS. State border. About to go into Arizona, boys and ladies. But I think there's what do you call it? A way station here pretty soon. Now, this UPS guy is all over the place. I think he needs a cup of coffee. Yes, sir. No, Dad, no, no, no. Don't ever, ever apologize for mom or dad jokes. I make dad jokes all the time. Yeah, those are the funniest ones. Yeah, I have a joke that I used to tell back in the day when I was a Christian. You'd like to hear a joke that I used to tell when I was a Christian? If you would, I'll tell it to you. But if anybody doesn't want to hear it, I just won't tell it. Oh, the Swifties. Yeah, if it was Swift, I would have blew by him at light speed like I was in the Millennium Falcon in Star Wars. Those boys are governed at 62, and I'm governed at 76. Okay, go. Joke goes like this. So there's this old couple. They go to so-called Israel for their 50th anniversary. They've been married for 50 years, so they just go to so-called Israel, right? So they're a Christian couple. They're going around. They go to the Holy Sepulchre and visit all the sites, and they're just like, wow, this is great. And you know what happens? The wife just up and dies. Just dies. So the Israeli people come up to the husband and say, oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. Really apologize. However, we need to make arrangements for your wife's body being transported back home to America or staying here in Israel. And he said, well, what's my options? He said, well, if you want to transfer her back to America, it's going to be about $5,000. But you being Christians, you have a right to be buried here, and we can bury her for $500. It's a lot cheaper just to bury her here. And the guy thinks it over and he says, you know what? I think I'm just going to pay the $5,000 and bury her in America. And the Israeli guy looks all confused and asks him, "Excuse me, sir, can I ask you your religious affiliation?" And he said, "Well, we're Christians." And so the guy says, "Well, why wouldn't you want to bury your wife in the Holy Land?" And he said, "Well, about 2,000 years ago, there was a man that was buried here, and he rose from the dead 3 days later, and I can't take my chances." Okay, I can't, she might raise from the dead 3 days later, and we can't have that. Okay, that's my joke. That's the punchline. That's the only clean joke I know. The other ones are just like, Ali, how could you talk like that? That's a joke that I used to tell when I was a Christian. Look at this. Look, guys. Look at the beauty. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at the beauty. Yeah. That is the only clean joke that I know. It was not even clean. There's shirk in it. So that's why I was kind of asking if y'all want to hear it or not. This is one of the things about being a truck driver. It's a beautiful view sometimes. Yeah, you see that? Can you see it in the rear view mirror? Kind of. Arizona, the home state of my brother Adam Kazmi in the chat. Shout out to Adam Kazmi. Yeah, it's beautiful. Uh, Arizona is one of the most beautiful states that I've ever driven through. California just looks like somebody's armpit, right? Just like just yeah. I say that being a native Californian, born and raised, but I was born on a coastal city on the west coast, west on the coast. But where I'm headed, Rancho Cucamonga, there is no such beauty to be found. No, not even a little bit. If you stay, well, you won't be able to stay with me because I can't hold this phone for the 9.5 hours it's going to take me to, excuse me, go all the way there. But yeah, I might stop and get a good mount that actually works, and we'll reconvene and see what happens. But you don't want to see California. It's just a desert. It's just dry. Like the settlers that came to California, I don't get it. Like if I would have come to California from the East Coast, I would have turned back. Said, nah, let's stay in Arizona. Yep, this is Arizona. Wow, the sun is up, boys. والشمس وضحاها. Yep. Sorry about the bumpy ride, but this is all that it's all that we get. So anyway, walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Make some videos on Baha'i. Why would I do that? Why would I make videos on Baha'i? That's not my focus. My focus is on bringing people back to Islam that are kind of like sinful. That's my focus. We all have our focuses, right? Uh, The Baha'is are not even on my radar, along with the Shia. They did. They went for the gold, didn't they? They went for the gold. But it's just, oh God, it's such a, when you go into California, and even more like 200, 300 years ago, and you look at California, you would just think, we're going to die. There's no water out here. It's 115 degrees. We're going to die, boys. And yeah, you had to have some bravery, some courage, and some big to continue on the path to California. Yes, sir. What's put you into doubts? What can you make some videos? I can't read this. I can't read it. You know, one of the things that I notice about born Muslims when they say I have doubts, and this is no offense to anybody in the room, but it's worthy of talking about. You know, a lot of born Muslims, unfortunately, they don't know their religion. They really don't. They don't know Aqidah. They have no fiqh. They just say, I follow Quran and Sunnah, pray 5 times a day. My name's Ali. I fast in the month of Ramadan. I've done Hajj. That's it. That's all that I know about Islam, right? And so when these same type of people go and they go to anti-Islamic chat rooms and TikTok live streams and videos and stuff like that, they get lost easy because they have no foundation of belief. They have no aqidah, right? So to the brother that's asking about the Baha'is, I mean, dude, come on, stop. You need to learn your religion. Go to arcview.org. That's where I go to learn with my teacher, Dr. Shadi Al-Masri, and learn your deen, learn aqidah. I say that in my videos all the time. Learn Aqidah, learn Aqidah, learn Aqidah. Because Aqidah is the filter for all of the nonsense that you're going to come in contact with. So basically, the Baha'is, in a nutshell, are busted. Okay? Has nothing to do with Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. So go learn your deen, ya zalami, as the Bilal Shami people say. Ya zalami. بدي بدك بدك علم النافع. شايف عليه؟ Walaikum salam, Singapore. Yes, I'm holding uh, the, the phone, the camera, the phone. Yeah, I mean, I have about 326,000 people following me on TikTok, and I get DMs, hundreds every day, new ones, every day, every freaking day. Emails, DMs, Twitter DMs, everything. And it's 99% from born Muslims. Yeah. And they're asking me the same things that this dude in the chat was. I was in a chat room last night, in the Christian chat room, and they were saying that there's two versions of the Quran, the Hafs and the Warsh. And I'm just like, are you Arab? Yeah. Bro, you don't know that Hafs and Warsh are a style of recitation, not a version. It's a style. It's an accent. It's like saying potato, potato. So if I say potato and potato, is that a different version of potato? No, it's just the way I say it. All right, because they didn't have the punctuation in the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Alaikum salam. They didn't have the punctuation, so they had different recitation styles, right? Accents, dialects, but word for word, letter for letter, it was the same. But these are born Muslims. These are actually born Muslims. That's get fooled by these Christians that don't. I mean, look, if you get fooled by a Christian, you're in bad shape, buddy. Okay, this is lacking a lot. That was a dead dog that I just passed, by the way. He was a good boy, probably a good boy. He's in dog heaven now. Yeah, if you here's the thing, guys, that I always talk about. Yeah, listen, if you're confused about your religion right now, buddy, what's going to happen to you and your kids and your wife when the Dajjal comes? The master liar, the master of all deception. What's going to happen to you if some broke down, weird Christian can confuse you on such basic things? What's going to happen to you when the Dajjal comes? Wow, that's something to think about. That is something to think about, boys and ladies. Yeah. So learn your religion before the big dog comes in, the master of deception, Masih ad-Dajjal. May Allah curse him. And may we witness Isa ben Maryam alayhi salam slay him. I mean, that's going to be dope. That's going to be dope. I3 Institute ASAP, wonderful free program called, I don't know anything about that. But yeah, as long as you're learning Aqidah, you're in good shape. You know, last time I was on this freeway, you know what happened? It was crazy, man. So I'm just driving around. Actually, I was going the other way. I was going eastbound, and I saw a state trooper, and so I moved over to the left lane. You know what this guy did? He threw those strips in the road right before my truck. You know what they call it? Spike strips. And he threw it right underneath my truck, and I was like, "Oh, easy!" I thought all my tires were gonna blow. But I didn't know that they flip a lever or something, and then the spikes come up. So I just rolled over his strip, but not the spikes. And I was like, "What in the hell is going on, man?" And so I look in my rear view mirror about 2 minutes later, side view mirror. I don't Trucks don't have rear view mirrors, and I see a black truck that's going about 100 miles an hour on three wheels. The front passenger wheel was all the way to the rim, and sparks were flying all over the place. And this boy passed me doing about 110 miles an hour. Okay. And I just pulled over kind of, and there was like 8 cops chasing him. That's the first time I've seen a hot pursuit in my life. And buddy, I'm 51 years old. I'm an old man. And I've never seen that until last week. It's kind of exciting. Yeah. So, way station 3 miles. This one's usually closed. This one's usually closed. Oh God, I'm behind ABF. Ahmed, you know what it is. These guys drive like 55 miles an hour in 75s. You ran from the police in your Kaffir days, Ahmed. You just got my respect, man. I like that. I like that, man. It's like I haven't seen one. I've been in one. I ran from the police. I've ran from the police twice in my Muslim days. God, that sounds so terrible. But it was because I was on a motorcycle. Lane changing, 1 mile prohibited. Okay, I got time. Slow pokes. I ran from the police twice, and the only reason was because I was doing about 120 miles an hour in a 35 on my motorcycle. That was in my young, crazy days where I used to want 10 wives. But no more. No more. No, sir. No, no more. That was when I was in my early 20s. Just got out of prison with stupidity. Stupidity. So my then wife at that time was like, "You're selling that bike," and I'm like, "No, I'm not." Yeah, see, it's closed. Way station closed. Yes, sir. Let's blow it then. Come on, move it or lose it, boys. Move it or lose it. To put the phone down when those things getting underneath you, because they have cameras on these that can see you on the phone. You know what I mean, we're going down again. Check out my trailer brake for a minute. I'll be back. And then we're going back up. Hello, it's Jugal. Okay, Jugal, I have no idea who you are. Jugal. Walaikum salam. No idea who you are. But welcome anyways. Jugal. It's quite a name. It's quite a name you got there. Yeah, so anyways, Muslims, look, here's learning deen. You don't have to go to Medina or Pakistan or wherever you go. As long as you're learning from somebody that has a sanad, that you can actually know his teachers and check on his qualifications, you need to be in a class. I go to Safina Society, and you know what? Those classes are $10 a semester. You're telling me you don't have $10 to take a class on the most important thing in your life? You don't have $10, man? Stop it. The next excuse is, well, I don't have time. I don't have time. I do classes while I'm in my truck. I just listen to them. If you don't have time, excuse me, if you don't have time, well, all the classes are recorded. You can go back to them whenever you want. Now what? Now what? Seriously, you don't have $10? I do. I'll pay for you. Have I ever done a haul to North Dakota? I've never even been to North Dakota. But my boy Rob is in North Dakota. Well, he's in Dallas right now, but he lives in North Dakota. Guy that I just gave Shahada to on TikTok about 2 months back. He lives in North Dakota. He's the only person I know in North Dakota. Class again, one, but you have to go to www.arkview.org. That's www.arkview.org. Yes, $10 a month. Oh, they have a plethora of teachers there. There's not only one class that you can take. It's everything. There's everything there for everybody: kids, women, men, advanced, beginners, intermediate, everything. For $10 a month? Come on. And you get to be a part of a WhatsApp group. Okay? You get be a part of a WhatsApp group. And you get to ask questions about the material, whatever you want. And it'll get answered. And guess what? I met my wife there. So all you single boys, all you single girls that are looking for somebody to hitch up with, trying to get cuffed, you might just meet your spouse in one of the classes. Nah, bro, Rob's set. He's all set. I don't know where he is, but he's all set. He's got a community. He's got a couple of communities and messages that he goes to. Yeah, unfortunately, this truck stream sucks because, well, that right there fell off. See, mount. It's there. It's mounting. Now look, there's the other piece over there. So, yeah, there's always that. What's my cargo haul and what do I use for security? A $5 lock is my security, and I am hauling. I'm hauling furniture. Yeah, 20,000 pounds of furniture. So y'all can sit on your butts. Yeah, mattresses, couches, chairs, pillows. Yes, sir. That's my thing. That's all I haul: mattresses and furniture. Ganado. Look, these people, they sleep on the side of the road like this when they run out of hours. I don't like doing that. I like planning ahead because I like to know where I'm going in the restaurants that are there. You know, my wife cooks for me. You know, I have an electric lunchbox. You know, you check out my TikTok videos, you'll see all of my trucking stuff. Maliki Clique, same name. I just put it in my electric lunchbox, and it's a nice home cooked meal in my truck. It's healthy, it's fresh, organic. No, I do not wish to be a 300-pound truck driver. Absolutely not. Refuse. I need to drink something. I'm tired of clearing my throat. It's rude. Oh, you're not carrying? I can't carry, man. I'm a ex-convict, so I can't carry. Alim, I have been a truck driver for 7 years, but I've been in. Okay, that's it. I have to get some water in me. I've been a truck driver for 7 years, but I've been over the road for about 3 months. But here's the thing: my work week is 4 days a week, with, and I always get a 3-day weekend. How about that? Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. You can't beat that. I've done local. I've done everything. I've done flatbed. I've done vans, salt belt trailers, cement tankers. But now, I run 4 days a week, and I'm at home. Sometimes I have local loads, so I'm not out all the time. But respect to all the OTR truck drivers out there. You guys really keep America going. Now, I did a post on Twitter, and this is the thing about Muslims, uh, Muslim men. I'll say that, air quotes, men. Some of y'all are just way too sensitive. Okay, a bearded axe, and it is a gift that I would love to receive from you, Ahmed. I'll let you know next time I'm out there in Lawton. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I did a post, and my post was real short. Sometimes I do provocative posts that get people thinking and asking questions like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? Bro, it's safe over here though, man. it's it's safe in America. It's not like the road warrior out here, man, where you get jacked and robbed and everything. It's not like that out here, you know. So my biggest weapon is atawakkaltu ala Allah wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Yes, sir. So, anyways, I did a post and I said on Twitter, I have the same job as Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam because he was a truck driver. And the smart people that actually study Sirah got it. And they're like, SubhanAllah, you're right. But the ignorant, stupid people were like, you can't talk about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam like that. You can't. Oh my God, you're degrading him. Okay, number one, by you saying that, you're saying that like I'm a piece of crap or something because I'm a truck driver. If you don't have me, you don't have life, buddy. Okay? If you don't have truck drivers, your civilization will collapse within a week, right? Now, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what did he do? He loaded goods, right? Stuff, dates, fruits, stuff, whatever, on the backs of camels, right? And then he traveled from Medina or Mecca at that time when he was employed by Khadija radiallahu anha. He traveled with those goods on the backs of camels to Syria. So, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, before he was a prophet, he was a truck driver. He was a truck driver. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was an ancient truck driver, but his truck was a camel. My truck is a Kenworth T680, 2023. Alhamdulillah, mashallah. Yeah. So the people that they don't have knowledge and they just, here's the thing. Muslim men are so sensitive these days, especially the haram police. I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know. Maybe they're just miserable in their life or something. And they just look for negativity. They just look for an excuse to tell somebody off or something. And me, I don't even respond. I just block them. Right? I don't have time for your emotions or, the high estrogen in your body that you have in the males these days. Like, I, I don't have time. I don't have time for your estrogen, bro. Okay. So, alhamdulillah, I like it. I mean, I said at the beginning of this that I'm trying to get out of it, and I am. I'm trying to get into something techie, like a SOC analyst, cybersecurity is what I'm after. But I just refuse to make anything less than the six figures, because, and I know that's hard to do in Oklahoma, but I refuse. There's nothing cool or pious about poverty. There really isn't. Yeah. Umar ibn al-Khattab said, if poverty was a man, I would chop his head off in front of all of you. Because we all know in the time of Umar ibn al-Khattab, he had a famine happen in his time, in his khilafah. Um, do I own my own rig? No, sir. Well, what is being poor, right? Um, Nobody can say that prophets are poor, right? Because prophets are supported directly by God, who is the provider directly, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or God himself, is not going to let any prophet starve, right? So making the comparison between poverty and prophets is probably not the best comparison, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. Poverty is just because even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, the shaitan threatens you with poverty, and he makes it makes you do shameful things. He suggests shameful things for you to get risk from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you really shouldn't. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm trying to get into what you can call it, anything tech. I have to learn it. I am really a big, huge tech retard. You know, I'm okay. I get by with the laptop and everything. I'm not completely stupid, but yeah, there's a lot of yeah, yeah. So my plan is about in 5 years to get up out of this. Yeah, it's a rough ride over here, man. These Arizona roads, some of them are just. I prefer the Texas roads. Well, let me clarify. The northern Panhandle, Texas roads. Those are pretty good. They're exceptional, actually. Look at this guy. Look, Pegasus Transportation. This guy's hauling Pegasus. I thought they didn't even exist. There's my dad joke. It's a dad joke for the day. Sorry. Dad joke for the day. I really wish that I had a mount that worked. I'm probably going to pull over to a truck stop on my half and research a better one and probably pay a lot more money for one that's a lot worse. That's just what I'm thinking. Ahmed, yes, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. You have to learn those two programs, especially the CompT Plus. Oh, buddy, I listen to everything, anything and everything. When I'm on the road, I'm constantly learning something, or I might call a friend or something like that. You know how many friends I have on this planet out of the 8 billion people that exist? I have about 3 friends. I don't have many friends because I just keep my circle really, really tight. You know what I mean? The lion pack, the wolf pack, call it whatever you want. Look at this guy's truck. That truck's about 100 years old. Yeah, so I have about 3 friends. There's a lot of people that I mean, there's a lot of people that I talk to, like associates, but the people that I talk to, like on a personal, serious level, that's about 3 people. And by the way, never take advice from somebody that's their life is in shambles. Okay. Buck, walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. What's going on, buddy? Did you get married yet? Buck is about to be all the way relaxed when he gets married. Oh yeah. Okay, Buck, mashallah, mashallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala place rahm and love and compassion and understanding, truthfulness between the both of you. And may you have a very long marriage forever. Ameen. Ameen, Ya Rab. Everybody say Amin, please. Walaikum salam, AKTZ. Depending on the weather, sometimes it's a really nice day like this. I'll pray outside. Yeah. I'll go to the truck stop and I'll get my little Qibla app out and I'll pray. I don't care what these I don't care what these people think of me, man. They don't even know how to how am I gonna get shy amongst people that don't even know how to wipe their butt with water, clean their butts? Come on now. Right? So I just get out and I pray. I don't give a damn what they think of me. Oh, look at this Muslim praying. Like I'm gonna be shy for obeying Allah? No, no. It would never happen, man. That's one of the blessings about age too. When you get older like me, you stop caring about almost everything. And I mean like 95% of everything around you, except your family, of course. You know what I mean? We do get tornadoes. Ahmed, I tell you. Ahmed, remember that one that tore through Edmond? What was it? June? Yeah. Yeah, it's about 10 p.m. and our sirens are going off, boy. Woo. They were going off, but it didn't touch down. Alhamdulillah. We have a tornado shelter in our garage, anyways. Fit about 8 people down there. So yeah, we do get tornadoes in Oklahoma. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah, it just did. See, in Oklahoma, when I first moved here, I was worried about tornadoes, but the tornado hail. The first time I saw my first hailstorm in Oklahoma, and I'm not kidding you, it was almost the size of a baseball. Okay, and when I say it was almost the size of the baseball, I'm not kidding. That hail was huge. I was sitting in my living room watching TV, and I just heard boom on my roof. And I said, "What the hell?" It startled the hell out of me. I went outside, and then 10 seconds later, boom, 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 boom. That was the hail. Walaikum salam. From prison. Um, Sir, how are you speaking to us from prison? And do you know that your phone that you're on that got into prison, I don't know how you get a phone in prison, they're illegal, but you know it was in somebody's butt, right? Sorry to be crude, but yeah, that's the only way that phones get into prison is up someone's butt and past security, and then they get it out. Yeah. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, man. I support the hustle. That's where I became Muslim, is in a maximum security prison. Once upon a time ago, 32 years ago. But yeah, welcome, welcome. Feel free to mingle amongst the free people, and may Allah subhanahu wa taala make your stay in prison a beneficial one, a quick one, and a safe one. And I hope that you stay out of prison, because prison sucks. What joint are you at, man? You in an American joint? Look, what are they doing? Look, look. Somali! Those were Somalis. Brother, salam alaikum. We have to get out, brother. Everybody from the car and do something on the side of the road, brother. Yeah. Okay. You don't want to tell us where you're at. All right, it's all good. I was at Walla Walla State Penitentiary, maximum. They took away all my points because my felony was a violent one, armed robbery. So, yeah. Oh, have you? Oh, Jazakallah khair, Alif. MashaAllah. Long timer, short timer? You're the captain? No, okay. 12 years. Oof. Man, that's a long time. That's a long time. 8 more? Okay. Well, you know you can do it. Yeah, hopefully you'll get your points back so you can transition between, to a medium if you're not already in a medium security now. But, once you get into your 6 year range, you should go minimum. Shoot, you might even go work release. I was. I was on work release for a week, and actually, this is a true story. I actually said, "Send me back to prison. I can't take this." Yeah, I don't want to be here. I don't either. I'm out or I'm in. I don't want to be half in and half out. So they sent me back to Walla Walla Penitentiary. I couldn't take it. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Prison for me was very beneficial, not only because I became a Muslim there, but learned a lot about myself. You know, the lion came out when I was in prison. Started refining myself. That's a weird thing to say that I started to refine myself when I got to prison. But morning, Red Blue. Uh, but that's true. It's absolutely true. When I went to prison, I was a freaking animal. I was an outlaw. I didn't care about anybody's life, my life, your life, anybody's life. But when I got into prison and I became a Muslim, then I start caring about myself and others, and I actually got a moral compass finally. So yeah, red blue. There was a red blue guy from way back. He used to be on an app called Pal Talk, and red blue. That was his name, man. You're gonna find this funny. He was a big time Islamophobe, huge Islamophobe that we always used to talk to, and his name was Red Blue, just like you. Isn't that something? Yeah. I'm gonna put you down. I'm gonna pass this guy. I don't want that guy thinking, "What's that guy doing, holding up his phone and whatnot?" Crazy driver. So yeah, welcome Munib Athar, Red Blue. I don't think that you're an Islamophobe. So, and if it is you, welcome to Islam.
And Red Blue used to talk like this. Yeah, you're the one that worships Muhammad, buddy. You worship Muhammad.
The average Islamophobe is not the sharpest tool in the shed, I'll tell you. Not too smart. Oh, sir. You're Maliki? Okay. MashaAllah. Yeah, Salafi, you just got to stay away from that bunch. I used to be a Salafi for 10 years. I've been Muslim for 32 years. And out of those 32 years, I've been Salafi, or so called Salafi, neo Salafi, pseudo Salafi, for 10 of those years, unfortunately. Yeah, but it is what it is. See that dinosaur on the. Look at that. What is that? It's a dinosaur. Hawk. Hawk. You're not going to see it. I just saw it in the bushes. But yeah, you just got to stay away from the groups. I'm sure you know about it. I'm surprised that my hand is and my arm is not getting too tired. I've been holding this thing up for a good amount of time. No, they're not good. They're not pleasant people. I was on Nothing But Facts show, my teacher show yesterday, from the truck, surprisingly. And wow, the mount worked yesterday, the whole show. And 5 minutes into my stream today, it just fell off. But yeah, go check that out on Safina Society. I did a show with Dr. Shadi Al Masri yesterday, and we talked about the same thing. So, the so called Salafis, I'm not going to call them Salafis. Look, dinosaurs. I don't know if you see them. Tourist attraction, I guess. So the Wahhabis, um, their thing is purity, knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. I got the knowledge, bro. I got the knowledge, but really they don't. Because, excuse me, if you have knowledge, that knowledge is going to show up in your mannerisms, how you treat people, how you talk to people. It shows up. The more you know, the more you learn about Deen, it's impossible not to learn about manners, right? Oh yeah, bro. It doesn't even matter what they say. They have no idea what they're saying. Sadal has been accepted amongst the Muslims for over 1,300 years from the time of Imam Malik. Right? They just believe that they're the only ones with the truth, and that's all there is to it. Okay? The best thing that we can do is just ignore them. Right? There's so many people that are refuting them left, right, and center. Their days are numbered, anyways. Just like Christianity. Christianity's dead, and so is Salafism. Right? So we are the ones from Ahl Sunnah wa Jama'ah that are actually following the Salaf, not them. The Salaf that they follow the so-called Salafis that they follow are from only 300 years ago. So, you know what I mean? Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab. You would think the way they talk about Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab that he was one of the Salaf. Like, like he was from the first three generations of Muslims, but he wasn't. Dude existed 300 years ago. Come on. His own father and brother wrote books about him, Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, warning other people against his own son. Wrote books. Yeah. Taking women as right hand possessions that are Muslims, killing entire villages in Saudi Arabia, in Arabia at the time. Yeah. So these days, all they do is talk bad about Muslims. Ah, beard, brother, your beard. You gotta cut off your pants so they're to the middle of your shins. I mean, bro, come on, man. You know how ridiculous you look with that? Come on. That was the po-pos. I had to put my phone down. Big ticket, you know. Taqleed, yes, sir. That's what they do. Funny thing is, they accuse everybody else of taqleed. They do taqleed. Fawzan, Ibn Uthaymeen, Bin Baz, Sheikh Rabi' al-Narkhali, Sheikh Ruhaili. That's that's all the people that they listen to. That's it. And I'll tell you something. If they get some information that's not from Saudi Arabia, no, we take from our ulama in Saudi Arabia. Call yourselves Saudis then, you know? Don't call yourself Ahl Sunnah wa Jama'ah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Sheikh Al Albani, you know? I mean, if you really pay attention and get into the books of Aqidah and you see what Uthaymeen, rahimallah, has said about Allah, whoa, you would be like, this guy is a total mujassima. Like Allah sits. Uthaymeen said that Allah has an essence, a mist, an essence. And what is an essence? It is contingent. And what is everything that is contingent? It is a creation, not a creator. Right? Remember, Allah says, لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٌ وَهُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْبَصِيرُ. Right? And there is nothing like Allah, Nothing. Although He sees and He hears, but He doesn't see and hear like us. لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٌ. There's nothing like Allah. So, my advice to everybody out there: don't get into the kayfiyah. The kayfiyah. How? How? Okay. هو ارفع. Allah rose from His throne. But how? Okay, we don't need to know how. In a manner that befits Allah. In the discussion right there. If somebody asks you from these Salafi maniacs, these Wahhabi maniacs, where is Allah? Turn the other direction and don't even answer them. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exists without a place and He does not move in the six directions up, down, forward, backwards, left, right. He does not move. Because movement, why? And this is why Aqidah is extremely important. Movement means that He has a point of origin. Because to move, you move from where? A point of origin. So if you move from a place, that means you have a place. And Allah doesn't have a place. Allah doesn't have to sit still in a place, and He doesn't have to move. He knows everything. He sees everything. And this is why Aqidah is tantamount to everybody out there. Should be. If you don't know anything about Aqidah, please get into a class. Please. Yeah, spicy chicken gave me the butter chicken that I had last night gave me an essence. I'll tell you what. 2:30 in the morning, I was like, oh, why? So next time I come through, I'm sticking to the rice, just something dry. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the dangers. That's the danger. And if you don't know about Aqidah, you would totally fall for what these Wahhabis say. You would totally fall for it because, look, this is what they do. They brand themselves off as Puritans, right? The only pure Islam is our Islam, right? That's their whole brand name. We are the only ones with the truth. We are Firqa Najiyah, the saved division, the saved sect, right? And so born Muslims, they don't give a crap about that. But the reverts are the ones that are like, well, okay, if y'all say that you are the saved sect and you're on the pure Islam, on the haq, okay, that's what I want. Look, the revert doesn't know any better. The revert doesn't know any better. You just convince the revert that, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, and the Quran is revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so on and so forth. And so when you tell a revert, hey, this is the truth, you need to be upon this Salafi dawah. You need to be upon this Salafi minhaj. And they package it so beautifully. Oh, I'm not going to miss this one. Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs! Sorry about that. I had to zoom in, though. I had to zoom in. And now we're all blurry. Forget it. Forget it. Anyways. So the same thing with extremist groups like these jihadi groups and stuff like that. Unfortunately, new reverts, they catch hell from them as well, right? So my advice to all the reverts out there, I've been Muslim for 32 years. I've been around the world twice. I've studied in Egypt and Yemen formally. I've seen a lot of things. I've been a lot of places. I've seen a lot of groups. I've heard a lot of things. And here's the thing: my advice to you is to stay away from all of the groups. You know what you do if you revert to Islam, or if you are a person out there that is interested in Islam and want to take your Shahada? You know what you do? Delete your social media. Stop watching videos on YouTube about Islam. Get you a teacher that has a sanad. What is a sanad? Sanad is a chain of learning all the way back to the beginning from somebody who is reputable and authentic and valid, right? Hold on to that teacher, hold on to his thobe or his jeans, whatever he's wearing, and don't let go until you have learned every single thing from him. And then, and only then you can go back to your social media, and then you can watch YouTube videos and whatnot. Until then, you'll be, if you don't do that, you'll just live in a state of confusion. But I saw this guy, but this guy on YouTube said this, and then he's a Muslim. I like what he's saying. Reverts, please get your education first. Even born Muslims, please get your education first. How many times have I been told in the span of 32 years, Brother Ali, you know more about Islam than we do? Like, man, whenever I want to learn about Islam, I go to Reverts. That's that's saying something. Okay, we're in Holbrook city limits right now, which means we're about to get into some mountains. Not really hardcore mountains, but we're almost there. Yeah. Best thing to do is just stay away from groups. Yeah. You don't need to be on a group. Ahl Sunnah wa Jama'ah is your group, right? You don't need a group within a group. Choose Imam Malik, Imam Abu Hanifa, or Nu'aym ibn Thabit, or Imam Shafi'i, or Imam Ahmad. All of them are upon haqq, definitely. All of them have extrapolated their rulings and their information from Quran and Sunnah. Of course, these are not their own opinions. These people are qualified mujtahids, mujtahideen, right? Are you mujtahid, right? Are you mujtahideen? No, you're not. Deen? No, you're not. Are you mujtahid? Are you mujtahid? Thousand hadith chain of narration and graded them? No. So you have to follow somebody in fiqh, right? And people say to me all the time, why do you have to follow Imam Malik? We follow the Quran and Sunnah. What an ignorant statement. And these are born Muslims saying this. Why don't you follow the Quran and Sunnah? Well, what did you think that Imam Malik did? He invented his own religion? You see the ignorance. Did Imam Malik invent his own religion? No, absolutely not. Every single decision and ruling that the A'imma made, all of them, are from Quran and Sunnah. Hello? Hello? They're from the Quran and Sunnah. I don't know how long that we're driving. I'll probably put down my phone and just end the live here shortly because look ahead. See that storm? So I might have to put down the phone, and we're going to get into some mountains as well once we get closer to Flagstaff. See, that's all bad business over there. See that storm right through it. But I will be driving. I started out in Gallup, New Mexico, and today I will go to Rancho Cucamonga and drop off all of these furniture that I have, pick up another trailer, and get the hell out and go to Barstow, California, and sleep at a truck stop for the night. Yeah, and do that. and then head back to Oklahoma, where I belong. But as of today, I have about 600 miles to go. Not bad. Yeah, 513 miles to my destination, and then I'm gonna drive an hour north on 15 to Barstow, California, and go to a truck stop and get a nice hot shower. I can't because of this thing right here. See this thing? This mount is a Khawarij. Okay, this deviant mount right here just fell off, and it's proof from amongst the Khawarij. So I can't trust this mount anymore. And yeah, so we have to end the life. If by if for some reason that I can stop at a good truck stop and look for a good mount, then you'll be with me the whole time. You remember? Most of you when I started out in California, remember that? Some of you were here. Yeah, we were in the desert together, and it was a good stream. Some people were with me all the way from California until I passed into Arizona. It was wild. Those are the OGs, by the way, and I do respect you. My hat's off. My many of my fitted hats are off to you. Many of them, by the way. I'm right around 50 hats right now. Yeah, I do like fitted caps. Yeah. So yeah, we're right around Geronimo Road, exit 280 in Arizona, and I can definitely see ahead that there is a storm of brewing, boy. We might get us a we might get us a free truck wash by God Himself. Yes, sir. Yeah. The speed limit's 55. Whoops. Well, it's kind of close to 55. Kind of. Uh, yeah. I will keep on going. I don't know what that means, but here, let me give you a close up of Geronimo's Village. Oh, can't, because that's a state trooper right there. Sorry, guys. State trooper waiting for me right in the middle. Okay, he's not coming after me. Alhamdulillah. Well, I was speeding too. And then magically, when I pull the phone up, it focuses. I think my phone might be deviant as well. Oh yeah, yeah. We going in the rain, boys. Have a great idea. Why don't you get a good walkie-talkie to talk with other drivers? Well, no, none of the drivers are worth talking to. Are you kidding me? No. Most of the drivers are like,
Yeah, them camel jockeys coming over from Iraq and Saudi Arabia and they're ruining everything and taking all the white man's oxygen and water. And they don't have anything for the white people anymore.
you think I want to hear that all day? No. Most truck drivers are not even worth 1 second of a conversation. They don't know how to have conversations. You know what I mean? What if a policeman saw me streaming? They'd probably give me a ticket, which is why I need a mount. I need a really good mount. You know what? I don't care if I have to pay $100. If I have to pay $100 for something really, really, really good, I'll do it. As long as I never have to worry about it and it's really dependable. and it lasts for life. I spent $100. Look at God's creation, all this nature, all this beauty, and never mind. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, some of that good old pollution over there. Yes, sir. Industry. Okay, Ram, huh? Is that like a Dodge Ram product, or are they just called Ram? And how do they? Is it like a one of these mounts on the windshield? Because if they're good, man, I'll order. Oh yes, sir, I will order. This right here is the cheapest. Look, look, it's two pieces. The GPS. Oh, I gotta put you down, State Patrol. It has two pieces, and that boy right there never moves ever. The most dependable mount right there, and it costs $5. Well, the GPS costs $500. Okay, no, just the company's name. Okay. DoorDash and Uber. You're a Muslim that does DoorDash and Uber? Do you? Well, that might be a personal question. No judgment though. Do you wear hijab and do you get like bad? Like, oh my God, it's a Muslim. She's wearing hijab. Oh my God, did she poison my food? Oh God. Oh my God, Al Qaeda just delivered my Burger King to me. Probably poisoned me. Well, I'm gonna check it out, man. On my break, I'm gonna check it out because these truck stoppers just robbing us truck drivers, man. It's crap mounts, crappy, crappy mounts. Yeah. Okay, we're getting closer to the storm. Yeah. I have to weigh out if I want to be on this live. It could get really bad really quick. I'm glad. I'm glad you didn't have any issues. Good. Yeah. Oh my God, she sprinkled ISIS sauce on my sushi. Is Muslim contagious? You got people calling up their pastors and stuff. Hi, Pastor. Sorry to bother you on a Saturday night. So there was one of those Mohammedans that just delivered my food, and I just want to know, can I catch Muslim? Like, is it contagious? Can I catch Muslim? Is the food still safe to eat, or should I not eat it? I don't, I don't want to get sick Muslim. No, sir. I want to do that. Well, so is Oklahoma. They're really polite to your face. Then they will hate you behind everything else. Ahmed, you know what it is. You caught Muslim? Oh man. I need a drink. I need to wet my whistle. Wet my whistle. Flagstaff, 78 miles away. Ain't nothing. But you know what I just noticed? You know what I just noticed? I'm driving slow, and that is unacceptable. Let's see if I can pass this guy on this little tiny hill. I think I will. HR. And then he gets in front of me. HR, if you're a dude, I love you too. If you're a woman, I love my wife. Sorry. I can't give love to any other woman because, no. Do not want another wife, not looking, don't care, don't want it. No, sir. But yeah, HR, if you're a dude, I love you too, man, for the sake of Allah. Yeah. Okay, so this guy looks like he's going as fast as me. I can't go faster than 76 miles an hour. But it looks like I'm catching up with him a little bit. We're drag racing here. They asked you if you spoke English. No, I am come to this country today. We are the cloth on my head. It prevents me from education. Sorry, I am only speak Muslim Islamic language. Sorry, I am the cloth. It is the helmet to keep out the education. Yeah, I can't learn anything. My husband don't allow me to learn things. He is keep me in the kitchen locked up on my ankle. Yeah, some people that really believe that. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, sadly. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bangladesh. What's what's up, Baya? Kikobor. Kikobor Baya. Throw tomatoes? Bro, I don't have any tomatoes. All I have is my wife's delicious food behind me in the refrigerator. I surely wouldn't toss a grain of rice that that kind woman has fixed for me. I wouldn't waste a grain of rice. MashaAllah. My wife does meal prep for me. You know, she does a lot of meal prep for me. And so all I have to do is pop those in the refrigerator. And then I have an electric lunchbox that actually warms it up in about 25 minutes. And I get a nice, fresh, organic, home cooked meal warm in my truck. It's awesome. I love it. And I love my wife. Alhamdulillah. What I did to deserve a woman like that, I don't know. I really don't. Yeah, well, I know your Bangla language because I married a Bengali. Ki kia? Ki? Yeah, I, my wife is she's Bengali, but she's a New Yorker, so she's been here for years and years and years. I mean. Our women are just, I don't know. I feel sorry for people that aren't married, and are looking for a husband or a wife because there's not much out there, right? There's this whole men versus women thing that's going around, and it's just, come on, guys, come on. Women are without women, men are nothing. Without men, women are nothing, and it's just like, dude, we are. The word of the day is codependency. Is that so bad? Codependency. We need each other. Absolutely, we need each other. Men are nothing without women. I'm a man saying that, right? I mean, we're still men. We're still honorable, and we're still men. But to exist day to day, if you don't have a woman, life is hard, and it is lonely, and it can get really tricky, right? Same thing with a woman without a man, or kids without a father in their life, active father. We need each other, man. Stop the whole men versus women thing, man. Let's cut it out. It's getting stupid. It's old. The dude is like, wow, you married. I didn't know it was amazing, but okay. Yeah, married a Bangladeshi woman. Uh, okay. So, anyways, um, yeah. If God forbid, if something happened to my wife, I would never get married again. No way. No way. You kidding me? I totally lucked out. I mean, it was meant to be, right? It was destiny. When I married my wife, actually, I met her in a class, right? But the way that I got married, you know how I got married? Because I was speaking to like 10 women at the same time on halfdean.com, you know, the websites, marriage websites. And I can't tell you how exhausting that is dealing with women that emotionally and mentally aren't well, right? There's men out there too. I'm not saying anything bad about women. I'm just telling you my experience. And it's just so exhausting. Would I marry a second wife? Never, never. No, I don't have time for that. I don't have energy for that. Uh, I got all that out of my system before I even became a Muslim. I had three girlfriends at a time, always. So I got that out of my system at an early age. I know having girlfriends is way different than having wives. It's way more respectable to have three wives and three girlfriends. But you know my point. So the answer is no, never. And I forgot my point. Ooh, totally forgot my point. Totally forgot what I was saying. Oh well, maybe it'll come back to me. Yeah, absolutely. You will never hear me saying anything bad about anybody else that wants to marry another woman. Absolutely not. No way. No, that is your right, man. Do it. I congratulate you. I love to see when a man can really pull it off and do it well and do it fair. I love that. Like, why would you hate on that? No, no way. No way. No. Do you say, man? But for me, no. I just, even if I had $1 million, even if I made $1 million a year, no way. I want peace. I want peace of mind. So yeah. Oh yeah, I was talking about the mental and emotional anguish that is in some of these women that I was talking to. Not all women. Um, it's exhausting. So what I said was, I don't know. Allah inspired me to say this du'a because I've been married and divorced before, and I made a du'a from the heart one night, and I said, Ya Malik al Muluk, Ya Hayy al Qayyum, Ya Allah, Ya Ilahi. I don't know what's good for me, and you know what's good for me. I don't know what a good woman is, and you do know what a good woman is. I completely submit to your decision because I don't know how to choose women. And women don't know how to choose me because here's the thing, just because I'm divorced doesn't mean it's the woman's fault or the man's fault. It takes two. Both make mistakes, right? So I said, I don't know how to choose, my Lord. Ya Rabbi. I don't know how to choose. I don't know what's good for me. I choose beautiful, crazy women. Okay? That's my thing. Alhamdulillah, as I got older, I'm like, okay, well, we need to kind of focus on mental and emotional well-being. That needs to be a priority in Deen and everything else. But yeah, I I said I submit to Allah. Oh Allah, you choose for me because I don't know how to choose. You choose for me, Allah. I will submit to your decision And a woman, a little Bangladeshi woman, came into my life in a Maliki Fiqh class of all places, where my teacher was, and she DM'd me on Twitter and said, "I've been following you for 6 months, and I'm so shy. I don't know how to talk to you. I don't know, but are you married?" And you know, and so I took it from there, and yeah, we talked and we got married. Yeah, so and she sold her house and moved to from New York and Queens, my queen from Queens, and she came to Washington State, and then we bought a house out there in Oklahoma. Yeah, bought a house in Edmond, Oklahoma, and yeah, alhamdulillah. I need her, she needs me, and trust me, it's equal. And one of the funniest things about being on TikTok is, oh my God, I've been on TikTok for 10 months. I've probably been openly proposed to on live stream 3 times. And at the DMs, oh man, approaching 20 times. Are you married? Can I don't care if, I'm a second wife. I told my, uh, I told my wife about what's going on. I don't hide anything from her. And I said, look at these women that are proposing to me based upon what they see in a live stream, how they're inspired from one of my videos. And they think that, and I said, look, and they think that I'm perfect. They think that I'm the ideal man. Look at these women wanting to marry a man like me when they don't even know me. You watched a video, you got inspired by a video. I mean, that's me. That's me in the videos. I'm not pretending or faking, but I also come with my flaws. And I said, these women that are proposing to me and inquiring if, they can be a second wife, they have no idea what you do as a wife on a daily basis. They have no idea what it takes to be married to a man like me. I am not the easiest man to get along with at times, at moments. I have my moments. Everybody has their moments. And it takes a really strong woman that can understand their feminine energy. Because here's the thing, women out there, pay attention. When you have a strong man that understands his masculinity, his dominance, understands his power, and doesn't abuse it, it makes a woman relax in her feminine energy, right? But some of the times, unfortunately, a lot of these women, they still buck, they still challenge the authority of a man, unfortunately. And it never ever works out for them, right? So my wife, alhamdulillah, mashallah, tabarakallah, my wife, she knows if if she wants to be listened to and taken seriously, she has to maintain her feminine frame at all times. Yeah, at all times. Yelling doesn't work. Yelling doesn't work for men either, by the way, right? It doesn't work. If you yell, that means that you're losing control of your emotions. Yelling doesn't work. When have you ever felt calm when somebody yells at you? Or thinking in a clear mind, with a clear mind? Never, right? Yelling doesn't work. Using bad language doesn't work. Insulting the other or humiliating or belittling the other, it doesn't work, right? So you lose communication, you lose your control, you lose your frame, your masculine frame, your feminine frame. And that's when the nasty words are spoken. You don't want that. Okay. So let a woman act like a woman and let a man act like a man. Unfortunately, these days, hey, I'm a man. I talk about masculinity for 2 decades now. Unfortunately, men think that anger is that's their go-to emotion. I'm a man. If I lose control, I'm gonna get angry and yell and beat my chest. Yeah, that's what gorillas do. Yeah, but we're people. We're human beings. We're men that have control over our desires. True men do. Uh, you watch animals out there, lions. Do they just roar for no reason at their lionesses? No, they don't need to. They understand their power. They understand they're the alpha male. They understand they're the big boys of the jungle, and so they don't need to um, display physically, outwardly, that they're the man. And a true man doesn't need to do that either, right? I can command my authority and my dominance in the household with a voice just like this, with a tone just like this, with a volume just like this. I don't need to yell. I don't need to get into anybody's face. I surely don't need to put my hands on a woman. That is the weakest of men. The weakest of weakest of weakest of men. The ones that put hands on women. Okay. You are some women don't even have brothers or fathers in their lives. And then this is the reason why you do it. You're a coward. Okay? You're not a man. A man any man that puts their hand on a woman, you're not a man. You've lost control. Because being in control of our desires and our emotions and our physical strength is what men and women are equal, except that Allah has given the men 2 degrees or a degree over women, and they are protection and maintenance. Maintenance, right? Protection and maintenance. Abuser, bro. Are you kidding me? You're supposed to protect your wife, not beat her, right? You're not a man. You're not a man. You're not a man. Men have control over themselves and their power, right? And by the way, Allah gave you physical prowess, strength, muscle, and that you are generally bigger than women so that you can protect women, not beat them. For God's sake, Allah made us men bigger and stronger than women so that we could protect them from other men. Hello. Ya Rab. And you and your family. So, subhanallah. And that's a lot of the things. And that's probably why women are, these days are not, they don't mind doubling up and saying, hey, can I get on your team because there's not much out here, right? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for the men and women amongst our ummah. Ameen, ya Rab. And yeah, people ask me all the time, being a 51-year-old man, Muslim for 32 years, they ask me, Sheikh, and when I say Sheikh, I mean by age. I'm not a talib al-ilm or a scholar or anything. They ask me, they say, what should I be looking for in a man? What should I be looking for in a woman? What should I be looking for? What should I ask them? What kind of question should I ask them? You know what the funny thing is about them asking me that question? They don't concentrate on themselves. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What do you mean? What should I be asking? Are you fit to even marry? Abdullah, are you fit to even be married? And the answer from a lot of men is, well, I feel horny, so that automatically qualifies me to protect myself in marriage. Stop it. Stop. You being a man and whatever dangles between your legs is standard issue in every single man on the planet. Okay? And that doesn't qualify you for marriage. Now, the thing that the youngsters these days are missing is concentrating on themselves. Okay? Hear me out. If you want, if you are okay with mediocrity, that is to say, eh, I want a wife. Doesn't matter. Just a woman, a good woman that follows Quran and Sunnah. You can get that. Will the marriage last? Maybe. Will you be happy? I don't know. Will it end in divorce? Well, the Muslim divorce rate is 45% now. Do you realize that? That means every person that marries, you have a 50-50 chance almost. 50-50 chance, right? So here's the thing. Do you want a good wife? Do you want a good husband? Yeah, yeah. The answer is always, yeah, yeah, I want a good wife. Of course. Of course. So what questions do I need to, how do I find the good wife? You know how you find a good wife? You become an exceptional man. I'll let everybody marinate with that real quick. All the men out there. Goes for women too. You want a good man? You have to be a great woman. You have to be an exceptional woman. Because guess what? A high value man looks at women when he's trying to look for a wife. And you know what he does? You know, we're men. We look at beauty. But when a man sees a woman that's beautiful, he says, okay, but what else is going on with her? Is she okay? How's the relationship with her father? Does she have issues? Is she over her ex? Does she need therapy first? Does she need to work through some things and heal? Right? Is she exceptional? A lot of women these days, unfortunately, they think I'm beautiful. I got a big butt, right? I'm beautiful, and I look good. I'm young. I got that youth. But listen, listen to me. Coming from a man, you want a man's perspective. You want honesty and total transparency. I'll tell you, if you'll listen to me. It doesn't matter if you're the most beautiful woman on the planet. When a man satisfies his intimacy with you, trying to clean it up as much as I can, he's not thinking about you anymore. You know, when he satisfies his urges, you know what he's thinking about? A tall glass of ice water and a big fat sandwich. You are the last thing on his mind. So it would behoove you, right? If you want a good man, bring something more to the table. It goes for men too. Yeah, whatever you got between your legs, it comes standard issue. All the women, whatever you have between your legs, don't flatter yourself. It comes standard issue with every single woman on the planet. Okay? You don't have any wife? Well, okay, well, you have to ask yourself a question. What sets you apart from every single man on the planet? You can't just say, I'm 23 years old and I'm a man, I'm available. Uh, yeah, join the club. There's a lot of men that are available. That doesn't make them qualified to be married, or even that any woman on this planet would be attracted to them, right? It's 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 not all about looks. It's not all about money, right? Because here's the thing. Anybody can get married. I was a state trooper. Anybody can get married, but here's the thing. Don't you want to stay married? Hello. A monkey can get married, right? But can you stay married? Staying married is the challenge. You could get married. A man could just be like a total piece of crap and get married to 100 different women and divorce them, right? But staying married is the challenge. And a lot of people don't want to put in the work, right? A lot of people don't even want to be accountable for themselves. Well, I'm beautiful and I have this between my legs and I have a big butt and I pray 5 times a day. Okay, but again, that doesn't qualify you for marriage, right? What else do you bring to the table? And so, my point is, these are the questions that high value men and women ask and expect. Okay? This is what they ask for, and this is what they expect. Like mediocrity and low value men and women, they don't expect anything. They're just like, oh, you like me, I like you. Yeah, you're pretty, you're cute. Okay, let's get married. I'm attracted to you. You have Dean? Okay, yeah, let's get married. Okay. Why did we only last 2 years? What happened? It was him. It was her. It was it. Both of you are low value. You didn't want to work on yourselves before marriage. You didn't want to hold both of yourselves accountable before you even looked for a husband or a wife. You didn't want to do that. You just thought that I'm qualified to be married because I have something between my legs. I'm horny. I want a wife, and you're the one. By the way, these are the same type of low value men that beat their wives. Yeah. So, in a nutshell, if you wish to get married and attract a very good man or a very good woman, you yourself have to be exceptional. That's it. You yourself have to be exceptional. Do you think a high value man is going through the villages of Pakistan looking for a wife? No, no. He might want somebody more educated. He might want somebody more refined. I don't know. Do you think a high value man that makes 6 figures, and by the way, women want what I call the mark of the beast, 666. I talked about this so many times, man. Women want 666. And what is 666? 6 foot tall, 6 figures, and a six pack. Yeah. And now that women want the 666, right? And you can't blame them. But guess what? Out of 8 billion people on the planet and out of all of the Muslim men, you're now working with less than 1% of the population on planet Earth. And you are competing with millions of women to get that less than 1% 6 foot man, 6 figures with a six pack. Okay. You're competing. And here's another question to the ones that want the 666 and competing with the less than 1% of men out there. Here's a question. What makes you think, okay, what makes you think that those 666s are gonna want you? Because I'm beautiful. Sorry, you lose. It's not good enough. To a high value man, that's not good enough. Remember the sandwich and the tall glass of ice water? Remember? It's not good enough. Okay. So yeah, to be to get a good woman and get a good wife, you have to be exceptional. If you're exceptional, like there might be some women in the audience, there might be some women watching my videos on TikTok or YouTube, and they're thinking, "Oh my God, he's right. I wish I had a husband like that." See, they're looking at me. They're looking at me, a man like me. I'm nobody special, and this is the reason why I get proposed to. I'll never accept But still, women want exceptional husbands, and high value men want exceptional wives. So it's time to take all of ourselves to account. And I always say to people, to young people, the most amazing thing happens when you concentrate on yourself. You get into the gym. I'm talking about men and women now. The most amazing thing happens when you get in the gym. You focus on your physical. You eat clean. You watch your weight. You lose weight. You study the dean. You work on all the inconsistencies about yourself. You know, you better yourself. You educate yourself. You sharpen all of the things in your life that you need to sharpen. You know what happens? It's just so amazing the thing that happens when you do all of these things and concentrate on yourself. You know what happens, ladies and gentlemen? You attract the same type of people. You attract the same type of people. Now, there will be some scragglers out there that are say, "Oh, I want to marry a man like that that's like that because he'll fix me and he'll make me happy. If I marry a happy man, I'll be happy too." False. You're wrong. No. Because men and women want husband and wives, not psychologist husbands and psychologist wives. Okay? That gets old and there's a lot of energy involved. Okay? A lot of energy. Women want to marry mentally and emotionally healthy men that understand and do not abuse their masculine frame. Okay? Men want to marry women that are educated, feminine frame at all times, and in my case, know how to cook. If you don't know how to cook, I put that in my profile. I have to pass. If you're not willing to learn how to cook or know how to cook, I'm sorry. That's just one of my things. Okay. Yeah, it is a beautiful road, isn't it? Uh, I mean, remember again, monkeys can marry monkeys. Okay. If you're content with a low value man, a low value woman that just brings what they have between their legs and a good hot meal at the end of the day, if that's what you're looking for, fine. Fine. That's you. If you are okay with mediocrity, fine, okay. But don't come complaining to me or blaming anybody but yourself when you get divorced down the line and you're scratching your head as to why. Remember, anybody can marry, but it's hard to stay married. A prerequisite for my wife, not a lot of people know this, we read 3 marriage books together by Gottlieb. 3 books that talked about communication, wellness, emotional and mental wellness in a relationship, how to talk to each other, how to de escalate tense situations. It was my prerequisite for us to get married. We read these 3 books together, and we studied them and we talked about them before we even got married. Okay? If you don't know how to talk to each other, buddy, you're in bad shape. You are in bad shape, bud. Okay? If you don't know how to diffuse, I don't know. People talk about, I see it in the marriage profiles all the time. I'm looking for an educated man with a master's degree in this and an engineer in that and a doctor. Okay, so when you come to a problem in your marriage and you come to a really bitter disagreement that comes to harsh words, what is your education going to do? That's the question to you, really. I want to know. What are you going to do? Write a thesis as to why you're arguing? Or maybe you even do a mathematical equation or something as to why you're arguing and how to get out of it. That doesn't come from education, okay? Having your MBA has nothing to do with marriage. Okay? Please. That was good, Faith. Chilling, man. Out there in Arizona, driving, working. I can't stress enough. I can't stress enough. Listen, number one, clean up your own backyard. If Do you hate your father? Was your father bad to you, and it makes you distrust men? Get over that first, please. If you hate men and you hate women because of things, past trauma that you have no right to get married or even look for a wife or a husband. Please don't do it. You have no right to look for a husband or a wife, much less marry a man or a woman. Okay? Don't. Don't do it. There could be kids involved. You're going to get divorced. You're going to have a bitter marriage. A man and a woman going into the sacred marriage bond need to be emotionally and mentally well. And they need to know how to talk to each other. Yeah, they need to know how to talk to each other. So if you have issues, if you're divorced, hate men, he did this to me, now look at my life. Yeah, you need therapy. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with therapy. Get the tools so you can cope and get over it and move on with life. You deserve happiness, no matter what happened to you, right? Men, same thing. Oh, I'm a man. I don't go through therapy. You're a fool. You're a fool. You don't understand masculinity if you think that you can internalize things that have happened in your life. I'm a man. I'm a man. Men don't get therapy. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Iron sharpens iron. Men talk to men. We get over things. We talk to men because men only understand how men feel. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. There's nothing wrong with going through therapy. Don't ever let anybody tell you that, oh, I'm a man. I don't go through therapy. I just eat it up in my stomach and I internalize it and I deal with it. I'm a man. Yeah, he's lying. He's lying. That's the same dude that cries himself to sleep at night. That's may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help them, right? I'm going to California. I'll be in California as soon as I clear Arizona. This is Arizona that I'm in right now, currently. Yeah, see? So get yourself. I don't know if y'all hear me anymore. Am I reconnected? This is my knee, by the way. Whoops, I just showed my aura. Does anybody hear me? Does anybody hearing me? I need to turn on the AC, boys. It's getting hot. There it is. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah for AC. Okay, so what I was saying was everybody is screaming about, I want a good man, I want a good woman, I want a good. But you know what? Nobody wants to do the work on themselves. Yeah, I want a good wife and I want a good husband, but I don't want to take myself to account. I don't want to be, I don't want to be accountable for the inconsistencies within myself. Well, then you have surrendered to mediocrity, and you have surrendered to being a low value man and low value woman. If you want that, go ahead. I don't want it. There's nothing in Islam that says that you should ever be anything other than exceptional in every area of your life. I have never in my life read in the Quran or a hadith that you are to be mediocre and just sit on the sidelines of life on the bench and do nothing. Never. I've never seen anything in Islam that says that you're to be mediocre. We are to be the best. We are to be exceptional in everything: science, knowledge, strength, physical, everything. You know what I'm saying? Tuscan Raider. Yeah, I think there's some Tuscan Raiders in California. When I get into the desert, I think they're hiding there. So yeah, I mean that's the end of my TED talk. Was that a TED talk? What is a TED talk? I don't know. I never listened to the TED talks, but I've seen one short clip. He said, "Thank you for coming to my TED talk." What does TED stand for? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm 51 years old. I have no idea. Anyways, any questions out there, brothers and sisters? I I like riding with you guys, man. I do. I like talking with you guys, and I like imparting the little wisdom and really, honestly, the mistake. Um, okay, it keeps on going offline. But I'll cut this short. Is any questions out there? Anybody wants to ask, brothers and sisters? I like riding with you. Uh, I like talking with you. I like imparting the the little wisdoms that I have in my life based upon the mistakes that I've made in my life. Trust me, I am not the perfect man, uh, but I'm very interested in improving myself more and more and more every single day. Any questions out there? Yeah, from Ayad. Hold on, let me go across this or on this corner. Just crossed in the Coconino Forest National Park. This is a forest. Okay. Okie dokie. You call it a forest. I call it wasteland. But okay. Ali, do you know? Well, I have to read this in pieces because I'm driving. Ali, do you know what happens to brothers? YT channel, Patriot, Muslim, American. He was on your. I have no idea who that is. I don't even know who that is. Sorry. But anyways, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna end this live. Make sure that you go to my Patreon account. If you do like my dawah, you like my videos, YouTube videos, TikTok, come and follow me on TikTok. Maliki Clique. I got 326,000 people follow. Actually, 327,000 people follow me as of yesterday. And I do appreciate your feedback, and I appreciate even more your support, your kind words, and everything. Go and follow me on TikTok. Check out my videos. I got tons and tons of content on TikTok. Okay, MH, I'll answer your question real quick. But do you hear me first? MH. I'm in some desolate, in the middle of nowhere type of stuff. So I'm going to lose connection. MH, do you hear me? Starting over life. Do you hear me? MH. MH. Mike Hotel. Military talk. Do you hear me? MH. Okay. Brother's asking me the question, is it too late? I'm real messed up. The answer to that question is really simple. The most beautiful thing about this life, you know what it is? You can reinvent yourself today. Do you know that, bro? I promise you. But the only thing that is going to take is a lot of work and a lot of honesty with yourself. You know how I get over my problems and inconsistencies in my life? If you really want to know, you know what I do? I write them down so I won't forget. I'm totally honest and transparent with myself. And I actually sat down with a pen and paper and wrote down all of the things that I hate about myself, including my character, the things that I need to be doing in my life, cleaning up and doing better. I wrote them down on a pen and paper, on a paper, right? And so I took these inconsistencies about myself and I declared war on myself as a man. As a man, you need to be declaring war on yourself from the moment you open your eyes in the morning. You need to concentrate on yourself and get in the battle against yourself. You will not improve. You will not transform. You will not improve if you do not fight yourself. Men always talk about, oh, the battle, this movie 300 and brave heart and all this. The bravest of the brave of all men are the ones that declare war on themselves. Okay? War on themselves. And to answer your question, is it too late? It's never too late. Are you still breathing right now? I think if you're typing, you're still alive, right? Yeah, John. I have no idea who that is, bro. I'm sorry. I have no idea who that. I don't even think I've. Yeah, I have no idea. John. No, I don't know a John. So you're breathing right now, uh, Mahdi. You're typing. You're alive. Your heart rate is still. Your heart is still beating. That means that you can still change. Okay, I don't even know if I'm on live right now. But the first thing you're going to have to do, my brother Mahdi, is be honest with yourself. Write it down on a piece of paper. Because if you tell yourself, oh, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that, you'll forget. You will forget. So write it down on a piece of paper, all the things that you want to be, and tackle them one after the other. Remember, Allah loves small but consistent things. And that goes with women too. You can reinvent yourself. I don't care what kind of life you've had. I don't care how many, whatever, what kind of life that you had before. You can reinvent yourself. Who says you can't? Who says that you're a bad woman because you used to do X, Y, and Z in the past? You can totally reinvent yourself, right? And totally turn it around. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can forgive you, so can people, right? No, 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 no. Mahdi, I don't want to hear this. Men don't try, okay? We do things. We accomplish. We fight. We scratch. We struggle. We bleed. We sweat until we get to our objective. I don't ever want to hear try in your vocabulary ever again. You understand? We either win or we lose. And you have to get in your mind right now that you are in for a hell of a battle against yourself. There is no trying. Okay? Accomplish. You get victory. That's what men do. Okay? So stand up. Make a decision. If you want to be better, you know what you got to do. Hold yourself to account. Put the fingers that you point at everybody in your own life and put them in your pocket or point them at yourself. You want to point fingers at yourself. That's what a man does. That's what a woman does. That's what a Muslim does. Okay, Jama, make sure that you're following me on this channel as well as TikTok, Maliki Clique, same name, tons of content. You like my dawah, you like my videos, you like what I'm doing, hey, be a part of it. Become a member. Become a Patreon member at patreon.com. It's on my TikTok profile. Go to patreon.com/Maliki Clique and become a monthly member. I'd appreciate it. Be cool if you want to share in the dawah and the reward, inshallah. So, anyways, I will see all of you brothers and sisters, inshallah, on another stream. It's been always enjoyable being with you. Always enjoyable, except you, Toby. I'm about to block you though. Hold on. Let me just hide user on. Okay, because I have no time. I have no time for the nonsense. You know what I mean? I know what you're gonna say. I know all the things that you're gonna present, right? I've been answering those questions for 32 years. It's not new, right? Anyways, make sure that you go to my Patreon account, patreon.com/Maliki Clique, and become a monthly member. Do that, man, because you know what? My YouTube channel is not, it hasn't been monetized for months now. And when I mean months, I mean like 5 months, not monetized. And I can reapply, but I don't think I'm going to because I don't like having rules, so many rules upon me on when I do dawah. So go to my Patreon account and support your brother. Because if we don't support each other, who's going to support us? Nobody. Nobody. We are all that we have, and the whole world is against us. And we still need to get this dawah out, inshallah. If you're not, you know, of means to support, bro, do you have two hands? Sister, do you have two hands? Can you raise them to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and make dua for your brother Ali, Maliki Clique? Do that then. I need that. I need that more than anything else. Make dua for your brother. Okay? Anyways, I'll see you next time, inshallah. As- Hopefully, next time I'll have a better mount so it doesn't shake all around that and I don't have to hold the phone for an hour and a half. I will get a better mount and you'll see this beautiful countryside. I'll show you California in and out. Anyways, it's always enjoyable being with our brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And remember, in closing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says what? He will never change the condition of a people until what? Until they change what is in themselves first. Right? Be the change. You can't change anybody, you can't change anybody except yourself, right? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Barakallahu feekum. Jazakum Allahu khairan. Marra tani, inshallah, next time. Assalamu alaikum.